Hi, I'm Uns Malmström and welcome to my channel. I am a UX and product designer, and that is also what this channel is all about. Today we are taking on part 2 of my Xiaomi UX redesign. You can watch this episode all by itself, or you can check out episode number 1. Came out last week. Here. I don't know how to link things in the frame where it goes, but it's available. And today I am taking on the menu, navigation, how do you get around, and how is the app structured. So let's get to this. When you're doing a navigation redesign, I think it's really important to remember that there are probably a million good reasons why the app looks the way it does today. And some designer worked really hard to make it that way. And I respect that person. Sometimes I try to imagine the meeting where the design decisions were made, a designer sitting there, and there's a room full of stakeholders going like, no, I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this feature, and this feature, where does this feature go? And this feature, and this feature, and this feature. Dear designer of this app, I'm on your side. I believe you did a great job considering the circumstances and the amount of features that has gone into this app. It's a humongous piece of work. But today I'm adding another tier of users. I'm working within the constraints that if you only have one smart home device, you're probably not ready for all of the complexity that the app has to offer somebody who has an entire fleet of smart home devices. That is the segment of users that we are working for. People like me who only have one smart home device. As in any real life design task, I would never show up to the client meeting with just one design that I think they should accept. I'm going to show you like 3 or 4 options that could work or maybe won't work. Okay, let's get started. The problem that we're trying to fix now with this navigation is that the Xiaomi app is really designed for people who have like 437 smart home devices. Like you're supposed to have like way more devices here in this list. I just have one, and with the device that I have, there's a lot of stuff in this app that doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, it should be more in this list, but I only have one, so it feels empty. Rooms, I don't have any devices that can be linked to rooms. Here are my designs from episode 1, and I am going to start. Let me sketch on paper. You know what? I think I have a couple of different directions here on paper that I am going to try and actually just sketch out. Some of them are not going to work at all, but since I don't have like another person here with me to give me feedback, I'm just going to go ahead and work on all of them before picking one and see how they turn out. Oh, quick ideation on paper. Nothing beats it. Okay, first let's do this one, which is take all of the stuff from everywhere else and just stick it in Marvin's overflow menu. And let's see what happens. So I'll take the screens that I worked on last time and okay, so the first one we're working on, I'm going to call Never Ending Menu. So right now I'm getting screenshots from all the different parts of the app that I might need. Actually, I think I need my phone for this. We're good. Good? We're good? I think so. Whew. Okay. Concept number 1, never-ending menu. So I've scouted around in the Xiaomi app, and here are all of the screenshots from everywhere that I'll be needing to rejig the stuffs. Can you see how many options there are on my profile? Like, I didn't even take a screenshot of all of these, just like a few, like share here. That goes into manage home, and yeah, and this are like the global app settings. Get there from here. This app has a lot, like a lot. So what my idea is here is to take as much of this as possible, like the stuff I need from all of these pages, and just stuff them into one never-ending menu. Let's see what that looks like. So I'll take the screen from episode 1 and see what we can do here. Is that okay? Let's see. And then in this setting, this is a So I changed this wording maybe too. Number 2, the hamburger. So if there's a hamburger menu there, then we could have some pages. The next one is bringing the tab bar back. I'm bringing tab bar back. Yeah. Yeah. Fourth idea, add more app when you add more devices. Remember this button? Maybe that's, yeah, maybe we could do something like that. This is what I do when I want to copy a text style off of a screenshot. So little top tip, what you do is you just insert a text layer and write the same text as what's in your image. Our notes apartment. You stick it on there, make it a little bit see-through so you can see both at the same time. Yeah, I think that's my size, but it looks like the spacing is not the same. Okay, so this isn't exactly the same font, but I'm fine with that. So let's see what I've come up with based off of my little post-it sketches right here. I like naming my designs so that each design exploration gets a bit of a different flavor. And I find that if I name my particular directions, that gives me more of a clear idea of what I want to achieve with that. So here we have the concept never-ending menu. And how about we add some interaction here so we can actually see what it's like. So if I click up here, so if I click there, we go here. So here there's like nothing except this view and this menu. Prototype settings, iPhone 11 Pro, and today let's go with silver. So this is our only screen in the app, a bit out there. We'd killed all the other things, and here in the menu, it just goes on and on forever. Not a very good menu, is it? No, that was concept number 1. Concept number 2 is the hamburger. Wait, this can be a little nicer. So maybe we can borrow some style from, so we could have in the hamburger, down to maybe there, we'll have a gradient. It goes from something like a gradient that goes from something like that to gray. And you go to back. Yes, good. Very good. Great. Good job. Good job, little thing. And we have some very nice circles up here in the top of the thing. We have circles in my country. You speak English. Very good. All of the Swedish peoples are really good at speaking in the English language. And we are very proud that all of the Swedish peoples speak so good English, really. We learn it early in school, and this makes us very good at making circles when we are designing. Beautiful. And maybe a little see-through. And one more behind you. And I think all of the YouTubes will be very annoyed with me if I always spoken like this. But I must speak in this Swedish accent until I am finished with this. And in the top of the menu, we could maybe even write the name of the app. What do you think about that? Okay, sorry about that. Okie dokie. I don't have any like branding assets or anything, so I'm just gonna do something like this. And then we probably want a X. Maybe that could work. Why not? What do you call this icon? The little crocodile. Chevron. You are chevron. I don't know why you call it a chevron. I learned that word somewhere, probably at Spotify, and now I say it to sound fancy. Yeah, it's a thing. Okay, that looks nice. Goop. Send backwards. Okay, let's just pull it down in my layer list. And go into all of these. And we take them all and we mark that button and we center and how far from the edges. So are you going to be aligned with that? I'll land in between these. I'm a rebel now. I can do what I want. I don't need alignment. Pew, pew. Nope. Okay, so in this hamburger, let's see what this would look like or how that would feel. So like from there I go there and I click this, that goes to there. Prototype thing, come here and play. So I press menu, whoop, comes in. And, oh no, you're instant, that's not intentional. Slide out. Nice. And then maybe what does it feel like if I have the like profile over here? Let's just fake it a little bit. So this is not the entire profile page, but let's pretend that it's only that big. There's more stuff on the profile. So if I go from here to profile, but then of course we'd need to add this all over. Okay, let's just pretend that's not there. I'm cheating. And of course we need to add, Marvin here, which is my vacuum cleaner. There we go. So this is the main page where you always are. And then there's other stuff that you'll most likely never do. Everyone knows that hamburger menus might as well be called hamburger dumpsters because you just dump stuff in there and nobody ever looks at it. Hamburger dumpster, it is. Here we have it. And it's inspired by this screen from the old stuff. Why do I like it more? Because it doesn't have as many levels. Maybe it has more levels, but I don't know. It feels a little bit more manageable than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, there are so many ways to dig deeper into this screen, whereas here, like, everything is on the same level, and I think most of the stuff is equally important. Might work, might not. That's the thing about doing explorations. It's good to not love every idea you have, but still move forward with it. We're bringing tab bar back. Yeah. Here we have a screen where Marvin is resting. And since in the last episode, I cleaned up this was down here, but I cleaned up this so it looks something like that. And now if we bring tab bar back in, this is clean and nice. So maybe this could fit here. But I mean, on the other hand, now we've added complexity back in, but let's try it out. Let's add some animation to this. Okay, so apart from not having changed the states down here, so this should now be blue. Now this one should be blue. But here we have all the stuffs that were in, we haven't gotten rid of anything except that first page with devices and rooms. I've also lost the ability of adding new devices. That's bad. Well, I haven't lost that in the next in this next exploration, which is I've called Add More App When You Add Another Device. Very catchy. Apart from this being an extremely catchy name for a concept, it might have a few things going for it. I like this little plus button here that was on this page that I've otherwise gotten rid of. This is a screenshot. But I like that little plus button that was on there. So taking inspiration from that, I've added a little plus button here on the Marvin page. So I would click here to add a new device. And here are some different visual explorations of what that could be like. Kind of there's something nice going on in this one where there's a plus and he still has his menu, but yeah, I don't know which one I prefer. This one looks a little fresher, but this also kind of feels like I should drag this around for some reason when they're grouped like that. Let's work on this one. I made the smallest amount of change. Okay, so if we were to add some interactivity here, settings. And in the settings here, I've added my profile, which I think is the most important page from out of the things that were in the tab bar. I think automation doesn't really make sense when you only have one device. Then you would make those settings on in the device settings, that automation page. The only thing I can do there is get a notification when a timer chimes. I don't need that. So here we go. I go from Marvin's overflow menu. That button will open this. Yeah, that can just bring me back there. Okay, so here it is. Press there. Oops, something wasn't named properly. Let's go again. Nope, you need also not to move stuff around. No smart animate, because I haven't been paying attention to my layer names. Overflow menu. Go back. And I press here. What will happen then? I suppose then I would have a add more devices that page looks like this. Okay, so let's see where we are with this. I just need to organize my artboards. Okay, so here, if we play this prototype, here is Marvin. He has a menu. My profile is here. Can't click it though, because I didn't add any animation there. And here I can add another device. And here when I add, oh wait, I need to fix that. This image, if we crop it a little bit so that this bit, and then I can tell this bit not to scroll. You have fixed position when scrolling. What just happened there? Oh, right. I didn't copy it. Now I have two of those. Now I can crop you. Crop it like it's hot. 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 Every day showing down in front of him. Snoop Dogg, you don't need to be worried. I will come for you. Steal your job. Look at this. And just go back. Yep. We have settings menu, and we have this. And if I were to add another device, then you're still going to do the onboarding for that device. And then if the app changes a little bit, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Let's look at what we've done today. So this was the problem that I wanted to address. It feels like the Xiaomi Home app is designed to have a lot of devices. Like it's a beautifully, like this, you can tell that it's a framework that's designed to house a lot of devices. And if you work at Xiaomi, you probably have a lot of devices. You're not like me just owning one vacuum cleaner. No. Your house is going to be full. And this list is going to look great and be very, very functional. But for the people who are just starting out with smart home devices, maybe it's a good idea to adjust the interface so that it feels simple to automate your home and nice. And it's not an overly complex experience. I sketched, I made 4 different concepts, and here they are. Let's look at them all one more time, and you can decide for yourself which one you like better. The very first concept was the never-ending menu, and it was just one view where you had a never-ending menu of stuff that you could do. What I kind of forgot to add here was the option to add more devices. But I guess I would just chuck it in the menu here. Concept number 2, the hamburger dumpster. And here we have 2 types of menus at the top. This feels very material design, you know, like the material design way of designing headers is like, put all the actions right there in the header. You have menu, you have a title, you have a heart, you have a search, you have a thing, an overflow menu. But let's try it out. So here we go. This overflow menu still goes to this settings page, and here we have also the hamburger menu. And what are hamburger menus good for? Exactly, putting things that nobody will ever use. So here is a hamburger menu where we have several pages that may or may not get used. That could work. I mean, the thing about hamburger menus, they're very scalable, but if you shove stuff in there, just count on that people might not ever go there. Which is fine, but you need to make an intentional decision. Okay, so third track is bringing tab bar back. And in this version, we introduce the tab bar back down here at the bottom. And if I hit automation, we go to there and I can add things. And if I go to profile, I still have a gazillion things to do here. And yeah, drawbacks here, of course, is that we add complexity back into this screen, but we have flattened the structure a little bit. And now to what might actually have creeped up and become my favorite concept is the add more app when you add another device concept. So we get rid of the complexity down there. We have just one menu here. It's the settings menu. Adding profile to the settings page kind of works for me. And then here I have a plus button, and this little plus button gives me some options. This is where I add another device. And I mean, if I were going to continue working on this, I would maybe redesign what happens on the other side of this plus button. Maybe introduce a new page where there's enticing information about what it means to automate my home. What is a good second device if you already have a Roborock? And that way you're still educating your users about how you can have a better smart home experience, which I think just having a big old empty app with a bunch of things I don't understand, it's not a good way of educating users about what a smart home really could be. The Xiaomi Home app is a really powerful app with so many features. And a lot of them are probably quite powerful features, but for a user like me who doesn't have the necessary hardware yet, it doesn't really make sense to offer up all those features. So add those features when I'm ready. When I have the device, then show me all the features. My metaphor for this fourth design track is kind of like a game where it's really easy in the beginning. You only have the basic features and abilities, and then as the game progresses and you get better at handling it, it opens up and it teaches you more and more things. What if more UIs worked like that, so that they're super simple in the beginning and then you add features as you can tell that the user is getting better and better? Oh, that would be such an interesting thing to do. Anyways, what was your favorite out of these 4 options? Let me know in the comments below, because since this isn't user tested, there isn't really a right answer yet. I can have my preference and you can have yours. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Uns Malmström, and please hit that subscribe button. And maybe a like. I like a like. I like a like a like a like. And I like you. So until next time, bye.